Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today I am showing you a little taste of MATHMECH Circular. You'll probably see this in like other deck profiles online and stuff, but I do want to go over some of the the simplistic things of what this card allows you to do just by itself. And the craziest thing is this card doesn't even take your normal summon. We all know that. So I have a couple combos we're going to go over today, just one card, like circular combos, and some using your normal summon, some not using the normal summon. Either way, you get insane value off this card. And then real quick, we might as well go through this card's effects before we jump into the video. So here we go. This is MATHMECH Circulars, the new card coming in Power of the Elements. That should be coming in August for the TCG. So we're a little bit away, but this is an insane cyber support card. Reads as follows. You can send one MATHMECH monster from your deck to the graveyard as cost, except for itself. Special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can only attack with one monster for the rest of this turn. That actually is pretty important. And if another MATHMECH monster is normal or special summoned to your field while you control this monster, you can add one MATHMECH spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Circular once per turn. Really crazy. So like one by cost, we're sending Sigma. Sigma can just reborn itself in that situation for free. So as cost, get this engraved. Even if we get negated, we still have a body coming back to the field. And then it gets us a search for a spell or trap as well as soon as we reborn the Sigma. So insane value. It's literally a raw +2, but that ends up being more than that at the end of the day. So let's go through. Let's check out some of these combos here. The first one here is going to be the most simple one. This is like the basic one, like more pure MATHMECH style. So it's just circular, and this is like if you are playing diameter and super factorial. We'll talk about this. Obviously, in like a pure MATHMECH deck, you're going to be expecting to play both those cards, but maybe in a code talker list, whether it's a more control-oriented one or a full combo one, you might be a little more reserved to play the super factorial because it is just a brick to draw, or diameter. It's not really a normal summon you want to be drawing. The deck can still do fine, but you know, you have to balance how many bricks you want to play. So we're going to go over a couple combos that don't use those to kind of minimize your bricks. So here we go. Circular, dumping Sigma, summoning itself. We'll use Sigma Engrave coming back to allow us to trigger Circular again. We'll search the super factorial here. Jesus. Really cool. Then we're going to make our Allen Burschen, detach to search diameter, normal diameter, reborn Circular, link into Splash Mage, use him to reborn diameter, make transcode, link up again for Splash Mage into our Heat Soul here, and then we're going to go ahead and set the super factorial and draw off of our Heat Soul. So the coolest things here, I would say, is obviously we're getting the Heat Soul. So not only are we getting a draw here, but also a draw on the opponent's turn. It is co-linked with transcode. That's what the extra, that's what diameter really facilitates in this combo. Two particular things is firstly, the fact that we're able to get that extra body, which means we're not just ending on Heat Soul. If you don't go through diameter, you can just without your normal get to Heat Soul, but you don't co-link it with transcode, so they're not protected from targeting, and they don't have their buffs. This would just be 2300, but now it's 28 and 33 targeting protection. Really good. And the last thing to note is if you use diameter, that makes your interruption so much stronger, because not only are you going to use super factorial to summon 3 and make the Exceed that's essentially Trishula, but if you don't know, diameter's other bonus effect is the turn he is used for a synchro or Exceed summon. I think it might be for a MATHMECH monster specifically. They literally gain a monster negate. They're just add a monster negate to their effect for the rest of that turn. So we're not only going to essentially Trishula our opponent, we're going to draw 2 off of Heat Soul. We have also the big bodies of Transcode, Heat Soul, co-linked, and all that stuff. And we have the extra monster negate with diameter. That's what diameter adds to the play, and that's why I think you'll still even want to consider it, even if you're just splashing this in as an engine in another deck. But still really scary, and the draws are just insane as well. So really cool. That's like the simple combo. Let's look at this combo as well, though, without diameter. So this is would be a situation where you've already normaled. Your opponent has interrupted you. Maybe it's something like a Gammon. Maybe it's something like Nibiru's not the greatest example, because you'd be able to take the Nibiru token into a Link Spider or something and still be able to get to that same board, aside from having diameter engraved. But let's say we're playing into a board and we just get let's say Torrential Tributed, right? And we've gone through a bunch of stuff, but we haven't used Splash and we haven't used other stuff. And so this is what we're able to do if our whole board has been wiped and the only card we have is circular, obviously same start, send Sigma, reborn Sigma, search off circular. We're going to make Alan Bershin. He's going to search us a not diameter this time. You're going to grab either addition or subtraction. But really nice news, addition is actually getting a reprint in Ghost from the Past too, so hopefully that'll be much more affordable. He's been like 15 to 20 bucks, like crazy. So we'll just extend here. We'll target the Alan Bershin, jump on the field, go through the splash line, reborn a monster, link into Heat Soul, draw a card, set superfactorial, and pass. So still in terms of value, I think we're like, this is still so good, right? Because no, we don't have the extra in the monster negate off of diameter, and no, we don't have the co-link with transcode and Heat Soul, which by the way, you easily would, as long as if you got nibbed in that scenario. If we already got nibbed after doing some combo stuff, then we just make Link Spider and we just do the same thing, but you just send transcode co-linked with the Heat Soul. And then from that point, like, you still have the Trishula, you're still drawing 2 off of Heat Soul, and that's still insane value, especially considering this takes 1 card, doesn't take your normal summon, and through this variation, the only brick you need to play is Superfactorial. Other than that, Circular's still a good extender. Sigma is a good extender to draw anyway in Cyber's decks, as well as Addition and Subtraction are good extenders. So really good stuff. Love to see it. Like, just awesome. Awesome. So let's exit again. Let's go back here and let's see some variations if you're trying to kind of skim down on the extra deck type stuff, because you can still just use this package as a way to just like plop a bunch of Cyber Spotties on the field without even trying to use one Superfactorial, and it saves you a slot in the extra deck with not the Alan Bershin. You still want to use the Alan Bershin, but it does save you a slot in the extra deck with the Laplation, which is what the Trishula guy you're making off of Superfactorial. So let's start here. This is with diameter, so this would be using your normal summon, but it's showing what just this card can do. If you do play the one of diameter, you didn't need your normal summon earlier or get interrupted or something. Same start, send the Sigma, use this, search. This time we're going to search Equation. This card is literally just Monster Reborn for MATHMECH, except it also gives it a 1000 attack buff when it does till the end of the turn. Obviously, we're making Alan Bershin here. We're going to search diameter. We're going to normal diameter, get that extra body out of the grave. Link for splash, go up that line, splash, revive, make a transcode, revive, splash. And then from here, we're actually going to make Heat Soul now. You want to go make Heat Soul as soon as you can when your opponent's not ready for it, because if they do have nib and they wait that long, even though they're going to clear your board, you still get a free draw of Heat Soul to at least swap with the nib, you know. So we'll draw. Then we will Equation, Reborn, Circular, and then we'll go ahead and make Firewall. So no, we're not ending on Superfactorial. So I would say overall, this is definitely like a weaker interruption than what you'd be doing there. But again, it's like, if you don't want to play the Superfactorial in the main, if you don't want to play the Laplation in the extra, because let's be honest, Cyber's decks get really tight in the extra. So there's definitely could be some push and pull there. And it's already a lot to be playing the Alan Bershin. So from here, you know, you make the Firewall, so you've got the quick Firewall bounce there. You're already going to draw 2 off Heat Soul. And I never talk about this. I didn't even talk about this with like the other combos. Because we're using Sigma to make Alan Bershin, Sigma ends up in grave. So like most situations when you use Sigma, he ends up banished. If our opponent clears our extra monster zone some way, we literally just have Sigma to come back for free as another free resource on the next turn. Still really solid, especially since, you know, this is a 1-card play. This is still insane value. Off of just 1 card, a draw 2 with a follow-up in the grave, and pretty much compulse. That's still insane value for a 1-card combo, even if and you're playing slightly less bricks as well. And the last combo here is kind of same thing. Not playing the Laplation, not playing the Superfactorial, but this would be if you your interruption, your normal summon already got interrupted. This would just show you what you can still get to off of just the circular. Here, so circular, send Sigma, come back, go ahead and search the Equation again because we just want the raw extender. Alan Bershin detaching to search the subtraction this time, or we're just going to summon it for free, make the splash, go through that line, and transcode, revive, splash, and then finish up here with the Equation, getting us a body so that we can end on Heat Soul transcode. Still really insane. I mean, that's 6 link materials with a draw 2 off of 1 card that didn't even take your normal summon. It's absolutely insane. Other things to note here, again, if we were doing a play and it had gotten nibbed or something earlier and we hadn't used splash, hadn't used transcode, and we just were getting, and we have like a nib token, take that in a link spider, this combo becomes exactly the same, except we also get to end on firewall. So we literally have the same combo, just depends on the exact situation. But regardless, I just want to make this video showing you guys the true value of circular. This card is insane. It's obviously extra insane in MATHMECH, pure MATHMECH, but even in regular Cyberstack. So if you're a Code Talker fan, if you're an Adignister fan, you have to look at this card and be like, damn, this card's insane. Do I just start playing a MATHMECH package in my deck because it's like just bonus? And also don't forget that one, circular is searchable off of Allen Burschen. So if you can just make Allen Burschen with subtractions, additions, and like sigmas, you can already like just hard make that card, then search circular. And especially if you didn't use sigma, then you dump sigma comes back and you're just like going crazy with advantage that way. So he's searchable that way. He's searchable off Signet Mining. That's just Rota for Cyberstacks. You're playing that like any Cyberstack anyway. As well as something like Microcoder. Microcoder, when he is linked off from the field, specifically for a Code Talker, he searches any level 4 Cybers monster. This now probably becomes the best level 4 Cybers monster you can search off of that effect. Again, you're usually not using Microcoder that way, but it certainly can come up, and it's certainly something to keep in mind. Different play lines that you could also add, especially once you've already gotten going with something like Microcoder and linking into a Code Talker. So crazy, absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to see what people come up with here. It's something to look out for. All these cyber stacks become crazy. I've even theorized like Marine Cess, because if you can use this guy without your normal, then you can just use him without even normal summoning in Marine Cess, because you only lock yourself like once you use like Blue Slug or the Link 2. Coral Anemone. So like you have to go all the way there, but this doesn't use normal, so you could literally just fire this first, set up the super factorial play, and then normal summon a Marine Cess and go just like absolute crazy with value, and with 3 cards back in hand, more than that even after Heat Soul draws, and just be absolutely crazy off of like a stupid 2-card play. It's actually crazy the value this deck provides. So definitely keep an eye on it, of course. Let me know in the comments section down below as well what you're thinking. Other combos, other lines you might want to consider, other decks you might consider this with. I believe the only lock also for Cybers is like when you use Sigma Engrave. Other than that, I don't think there's a ton of actual locks for the deck. But unfortunately with this card, it almost forces you to go through Sigma because it's just so good. It's the best card to send as cost for sure. But, still worth mentioning. But yeah. There you go. That's everything I got to mention here today. Of course, let me know in the comment section down below any weird stuff, any other combo lines, any other decks you'd want to test this in for sure. And I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.